Welcome to City News. She lost her baby in both life and death. Tonight, a grieving GTA mother wants to know how a hospital could lose her baby's body.
I haven't been able to say goodbye to her properly, so it's this lingering thing that just weighs on my chest. Like, I'm anxious all the time because this is still a part of like an open wound that I'm just walking around with.
Rachel Osborne Hutchinson was thrilled to be having a baby. The pregnancy was going well. But 7 weeks before she was due, Rachel thought she was going into early labor. Her husband, Chris, drove her to Etobicoke General Hospital. Shortly after, she delivered a stillborn baby. A girl. Rachel held her tiny body in her arms. She named her Aya.
Then the doctor came in, she spoke to me and she said, you know, because you do want to get pregnant again, you do want to try again, it would be good to do an autopsy.
Rachel says she was told her baby would be sent to the hospital for sick children for the autopsy. Etobicoke General gave her these painfully small footprints, and she went home to grieve and arrange a funeral.
I planned exactly what I wanted her celebration to look like.
But first, she had to wait for her baby's body to be returned. Multiple calls were made to find out when that would be, but she didn't hear back.
I was concerned that we weren't hearing from somebody. I didn't know what to think.
6 months after her baby was born, a grief support coordinator from Sick Kids reached out and began to investigate. A short time later, Rachel received this email. Aya's body didn't come to Sick Kids.
I was just devastated because my mind started going to like obviously the worst case scenario that like, you know, my baby was out there in the cold, unprotected, by herself.
There were more calls, more emails. Rachel says Etobicoke General, where she gave birth, said they didn't know where her baby's body was.
How did they leave it? Just, sorry, we don't know what happened.
Yes.
And that's it.
That was it.
This story takes a turn now. Almost 2 years after this devastating day, Rachel was pregnant again and about to give birth to her now 1-year-old daughter. Out of the blue, she got a phone call from Etobicoke General.
She said, "Oh, we have your daughter's body. She was here the whole time." They were just saying, come pick her up like I had left my child at daycare or something.
And this is 2 years.
2 years later.
2 years later.
Where was she all this time? And now, honestly, is the body that you're trying to give me even my daughter?
You don't trust?
No, I have no reason to trust them.
Months went by. Rachel refused to take the body until she got answers. The hospital then gave her an ultimatum through a text to a friend who had been helping her. If we don't hear from you or Rachel by the end of the day this Friday, June 14th, we will be proceeding with a hospital disposal process.
The treatment of her baby, like it was just a piece of garbage.
Sum up this case for me.
Gross negligence.
Catherine Marshall is Rachel's lawyer. She says her client wants a DNA test to prove the right baby is being returned to her.
So far, they are not willing to provide one.
Have they given a reason?
No.
City News reached out to Etobicoke General Hospital for this story and received a statement that says, in part, we are not able to share details regarding individual patient matters. Meanwhile, Rachel continues to wait for the day she can honor her lost child.
I feel like I failed her. Honestly, I feel like until I get answers and I get to properly say goodbye to her, I feel like I have failed that child as a mother.
In a statement, the Ministry of Health tells City News this case is troubling and rare. We spoke with Ontario's Chief Coroner, Dr. Dirk Hoyer, who tells us that if there are concerns about the identity of a body, his office would typically investigate. So there is more to come on this story. We will continue to follow it.